Hey guys, this is Mist. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse that took place while I was asleep, so I had no idea what this thing was gonna do when I was asleep. But it looks like it did great. Um, it just made a little over half of the cube here. Unfortunately, I didn't account for all those items, and I only had two double chests, so now I put more, which is probably irrelevant now because the world download that I'll give you guys will be the one where it was at the beginning, where it didn't do anything. But we might as well run down and see what each part of the endstone quarry. Well, we might as well see how it works, yeah. Now, this farm is specifically for the end dimension, and the reason why is because I wanted to make it as simple as possible. The specific part that needs to be simple is this part right here, the actual mining part. As a matter of fact, it's so simple that the mining part is literally just a self-returning flying machine. And it goes down and it picks up endstone. And it doesn't matter if there's like gaps in the endstone like this and stuff. It doesn't matter because these machines are independent of each other. But of course, all the items are picked up in sync. So even though one machine might be lagging behind, the other ones don't mess it up. So yeah, this perfect cube doesn't have to be obviously a perfect cube. It can have holes in it because the end does have little caves and stuff. Now let's go ahead with the timing details first because timing is important. In the world download, these will all be comparators, and this big comparator setup will be good enough for like 70 levels of Y. Like if this machine right here was at Y70, it'd be plenty fine. Because I accounted for the tallest position for the outer end islands, and it seems like there's plenty of space, so yeah. But for this testing demo, I only used this amount of delay because it was plenty enough for the the wait time. And as for how you track the Y levels, what you have to do is you don't track the Y height itself. You want to track the amount of blocks here. So in this case, I actually have 31 blocks here. So you need 31 blocks plus 1. So in this case, I have 32 blocks in this counter that I designed a while back. And yep, so basically it does that. It just counts each layer. And once it gets to its final count, it does a branch where it switches from this. So it's going to turn this off, and then it's going to allow this little machine to go instead. And then when this little machine returns back, depending if the switch is on or off, when it's on, it's going to allow that machine to go off that way. Actually, you know what? It probably doesn't even matter because it'll still go. Anyways, yeah. It seems like it'll do what it needs to do. And that's cool. So let's go ahead and just do a test run to explain the sweeper. So there's a button so you could just do one cycle. So yeah, first we have the collector machines go out. And yep, grabs the endstone. And then my really cool toggle system here allows these harvesters to go down. And as you can see, they just self-return when they can't go any further down. Now, yeah, so this sweeper design, I saw it a couple years ago on Comet 107's channel. I'll put a link to it because it's a really cool sweeper, you know, and it works very nicely for this tiny little project of mine. And yeah, the top of the splash chamber is always timed, so that's always perfect with the TNT when it comes around because it doesn't matter, this thing's slow anyway, so might as well use the best delay to make this super easy. As you can see, that's not hard. I think anyone who just started redstone can make this blast chamber. It's not too difficult. It's just repeater delays. So for the most part, I think you guys can handle it. It's also tall enough, so you just gotta make sure you got everything spaced out correctly. And yeah, as you can see, we just went through one mining cycle. It really isn't that slow. It is slow when you scale it up bigger, because, yeah, the only part you guys will be able to expand on this specific design is this length right here. You can make these machines further out, but you cannot change the width. And the reason why is because of my sweeper here. I have it in a specific spot to sweep up the endstone in a specific way. So yeah, you can't mess with that. And I think you guys should stick with the smaller quarry anyways, because you're going to be least likely to complete a big one. Like 1 year ago, I built a 78 block wide quarry on a survival server with my friend. And that one, it was pretty difficult to manage because we had to prevent ghasts from being a problem and all that. But I mean, this is in the end dimension, so there's barely any threats in the end dimension. And on top of all that, it's very small. So you could probably build this in a day if you were committed. And as you can see, not so much slime. You probably only need a few stacks of slime blocks to make this happen. But yeah, we should see an explosion now. That's why I did this one more time. And just like that, this uses the block 36 trick. So if you have moving blocks while TNT explodes, it will drop every single block. But that only works in Java. If you're in Bedrock Edition, this whole thing will never even work in Bedrock Edition because I'm using quasi-connectivity all over the place. So, yeah. Maybe someday I will build a endstone quarry just for that specific version because it may not be too bad. But I don't think I'm going to touch that version because it's just not the version I play. But yeah, pretty simple. I hope you'll enjoy the world download. And yeah, basically, if you're going to build this, just make sure this is on full. Make sure this whole thing is full. So basically, just make sure that the comparators are like this. I mean, that's how they're going to be in the world download anyways. So just leave them like that. The only thing you need to worry about is the depth of blocks you're digging. That is all you need to know. And you'll be fine. And yeah, I'll show you where you want to actually build this quarry. This is section A and section B. So if I refer to section A, you'll know what I mean. Alright, so we're in the end dimension. I'm just gonna bust in here because this is the end gateway I used to find some data. So yeah, just pretend we had a end island, something similar to this. You could pick out any end island you want, but it'll take a while for it to get started because of the shape. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna fly out to the edge of one of these big islands, and you want to find a flat edge similarly to this one. And basically, you're gonna want to build section A of the quarry, like right on the edge of this, so that you don't have to do any preparation work at all. So you're literally gonna have it floating off the edge. You even want to make sure that there's like a 1 block gap here between the flying machine. So basically you need a 1 block gap here between the flying machine and the starting endstone. And that just makes sure that it works correctly once it starts digging in. There's no side trench preparation. I think you saw that already. Like, I'm gonna show you right now, actually. Oh, looks like I'm falling through the world. Yeah, but see how there's like 2 blocks here? No side trench preparation, so you could literally cut a big hole in the middle of something and it'll work fine. Wait, is this thing still running? Are you kidding me? You should never keep your farm running, by the way, when you're... Yeah, you should never do that. That was a mistake. Yeah. Um, right, this is actually a good example, too, because now I'm going to show you what you need to do when you want to turn this machine off. Jeez. Yeah. Definitely highly suggest you guys familiarize yourselves with this machine before you build it. Trust me. But yeah, if you want to turn this off, you're gonna want to do it when these machines are gone. So basically, I'll just cut it short here. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it short. So when these machines fly out to grab blocks, then you just turn it off, right? Not in the way I did, but all you gotta do is turn that switch off, and then it's fine. Alright. Yeah, enjoy your new toy if you feel like downloading it. Subscribe for more, because I still haven't promised this, but I still really want to make that simple overworld quarry. Basically, the only thing I'm going to be changing in the overworld quarry is this section. I'm going to change it so it has the water shield or lava shield protection, and then basically this part changes a little bit too. But yeah, I'm not promising that. It's a lot of work, and plus I'm very busy now, so yeah, I'll just try to figure out a time when I could do that.